Hare Krishna. I welcome you back in my series of stories He Was Always There. I have already published two stories in that. One was in episode 1 and the second story contained episode 2 and 3. Because I am a big lover of traveling and I had traveled by God's grace many places in India and abroad, I have chosen to pick up some road trip as a background video of these stories. Please let me know if you are liking this concept. Although the videos what I am putting up have been made over a period of time, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, but I am not concentrating on the videos much, but I am concentrating on the stories. Because the objective is to talk to you about the incidents which happened in my life and which are no less than miracle. In every situation, I have felt that Lord was with me. Only I did not have the consciousness to concentrate on Him. However, these stories or incidents happen in everybody's life, and I am hopeful that when you see these videos, you will also be able to recollect many such situations where God was very merciful to you, and maybe that will help you also to recollect your situation as well. Today we are giving a background video of my Japan trip. I was in Japan for close to 1 year, and during this time I had the opportunity of visiting few places like Mount Fuji. I visited one river cruise. I also went one sea cruise. However, these videos are not continuous, and some of the videos, some of the still photo I have put. What I will do in the respective places, I will just put in the subtitle the name of the place from where the video has been taken. Because while narrating these stories, I will concentrate more on the stories and not on the video. Let us start the discussion. Hare Krishna. Today's story is Luckily. It is raining cats and dogs in the station compound of Jadavpur station in Kolkata. The grandfather clock near ticket counter telling us that the night is just 11:30 p.m. and possibly the last train towards Shialda station is approaching. There are a lot of crowds in the platform. For some reason, there is huge rush. Possibly the electricity problem. Train was stopped for a long time. I will have to catch this one. Else I cannot reach home, and the train ticket is with my friend Subrato, who for some reason has kept both tickets with him. We only know that somehow we shall get in the fourth compartment from engine and we'll meet again in Shialda station. The train arrived, lot of hustles and pushing all around. Everybody wanted to get in. The train is anyway jam-packed. I tried my best. The whistle blew and the train started dribbling. I was running with all strength towards the door handle, but the train now has sped up, and I missed the train. A scream came out from my throat, which was already dry. My wife pushed me and I got up on the bed. Oh God, it was a dream. I was precipitating completely. She asked, "Again?" I nodded in confirmation, got up to drink some water. Jadavpur station is now 27 years away. Subrato now stays in Mumbai. I stay in Pune, and we do not need to catch train for commute. But this dream is a common dream for me for many years. My train missing episode I have seen in many dreams, in different sequences. Stories are different, but end result is same. But still, this train miss became an important episode in my life. It happened in 1987, and with that, let us start our today's story. Luckily, the date is still fresh in my mind. 15th March 1987. I was a young commissioning engineer of AV controls. I was assigned to commission a cement plant automation system near Trichy, Tamil Nadu. For some reason, there was heavy rush, and all train tickets were booked. And hence, out of compulsion, our company has sanctioned air travel. Incidentally, this was the first air travel for me, and naturally, I was very enthusiastic. For last 2 days, lot of thoughts were crossing my mind. Not all can be documented at this point of time, but all mixed up. Maybe fear, excitement, agony, and whatnot. Yes, and sometimes a sense of pride as well. However, by overcoming all of them, I reached office in the morning with lot of preparation and then saw near my table there is a huge packet neatly packed in cardboard and wooden crate is kept. Quite surprised as I was, I moved to my boss's cabin, who anyway was busy with so many things and had very little time for my gibberish. Still with lot of courage, I asked him, "What is this box for?" Very casually he replied, "There are some breakers, switches, buzzwords and some small items which are short supplied with the panel. Just collect them and hand it over to client." I was awestruck. "But sir, I barely know the place. They all speak in Madrasi language, and also I have never been in flight." "So?" He looked at me. "So sir, can it not go with a courier?" "No, it has to go with you, else you cannot start your commissioning activity. Any other question?" "How can I take, sir? I am alone." "Why? From here to airport taxi, and then plane will carry. You need not carry, you carry only yourself." His countenance has become such that I had a fear that if I ask more question, he will kick me out. Oh God, how cruel you may be. But you cannot give a smooth life. Why? Every time something good happens and you add a problem with it, why do you have to undergo such a situation every time? My boss was himself a Tamil. What he will understand difficulty of a 22 years boy who barely can speak English and a few Hindi word, and now, oh God. Anyway, what cannot be cured must be endured, my teacher used to say. I have to do lot of formalities before going. Take all small electronic component from stores, draw advance from cash section, collect ticket from travel department, pack my toolkit. Time is so less. Flight is at 16:35 from Damdam Airport, Kolkata. I need to go early so that I can get a window seat. Protul, my classmate, said once that while flying, he saw blue sea from sky. Wonderful view of waves with lot of small boats around. I also want to enjoy the same. When reached cash counter, Mukundoda was very busy counting cash. He was our cashier. Without even looking at me, he asked, "How much?" I forwarded the slip, rupees 5,000. "Why so much?" "Actually, I need to stay there for 60 days, so per day allowance and also travel cost and..." "Do you know, last month bill you did not settle?" "Yes, but I will do it on return." He nodded in negative. "No, that cannot happen. I will deduct 3,500 and you get 1,500. I was shocked. He looked at me, lit a cigarette. "What is your thought? Are you going to take special approval?" With a curly smile on his face and meaningful ugly look, he looked at me. I remembered the countenance of boss. Sheepishly changed the amount to 1,500 and collected notes to 500 and rest in 10, 20 rupees, etc. He looked at me cunningly. "Good decision, beta. Anyway, the job market is not that good. And then he smiled. There was a custom every time he would deliver cash, he expected a Charminar king size cigarette. I obliged. Post lunch, I was standing back of the office. This is one of my favorite spots, as covered by thick bush, all youngsters like us used to smoke and gossip. Today Mukesh is standing alone. Oh, Dada, so big news. You are going by flight. I only saw from my window large planes. That guy stays near Damdam airport and plane is very common for him. I smirked. Not lucky, Mukesh. I have to carry a big box. And then I do not know another train is scheduled very close to flight time. Do not worry, Dada. Rockfort Express is a heritage train. You will enjoy. The route is picturesque. Mukesh, it will be night. What picture I will see? Anyway, Dada, that you are going by flight is a big news. Everyone is discussing today in office. On the way, I asked taxi to stop my home. My mother will give me some tiffin for night. She does not want me to stop, and she believes I am still a child. When taxi reached home, both my parents were in the veranda. I shared my concern, the box, the Tamil, the unknown train, and also only 1500 story. Immediately my father came into action. I am an eternal nincompoop, cannot handle situation, etc., etc., etc. My mother started saying that this company will not find more capable engineer than me. Problem was, my mother had very high esteem for the engineers, but as soon as I entered the company, the situation was just reverse. I collected tiffin box and started for airport. Reaching airport, I faced another challenge. The flight is late by an hour. I got more scared. Now the gap between Rockfort Express and my flight arrival is just 1 hour. How shall I manage? I checked in the luggage. The lady in the counter took full 100 rupees extra for overweight. And that means my 1500 rupees is now diminishing. Every paisa counts for me. I sat in airport, concentrated on tiffin box. I do not want to miss the aircraft food, whatever my mother says. So better to finish the food now here itself as early as possible. The flight is still some time to leave. I started exploring around in airport. Who knows if I will ever get a chance to come? Was gobbling all amenities, appreciating everything, comparing the train station and airport, and then I bravely ordered 1 cup of coffee. It was very costly, but I thought I should enjoy coffee when in airport. One elderly man reminded me my flight has been announced. The flight was less eventful,
This is the biggest
except the
hotel of
fact
Tokyo.
that from window
This
seat
one,
I
this
could
right
not
side
see
is the
any
biggest
sea.
hotel of Tokyo.
In fact, it was all blank. How come my friend could enjoy sea and boats? I had no idea. Only one question I asked the air hostess: if by any means the plane can increase the speed and can make up the lost time so that I can catch train comfortably. She only answered if I had needed some water. At Madras airport, I was waiting near the belt. Everyone had now received their bag. Only my huge packet is not coming. My watch is ticking and I am continuously cursing everyone possible. First I was praying to Ma Kali, Ma Durga, Shiv, Ganesh, whosoever I can, but no help. Finally the box arrived, completely torn with a police on a wheel cart. He inquired in English, what are these documents? Where are these documents? I had all documents in place. He cross-checked everything and then took a declaration from me that these items are not for commercial use, etc., etc. I was then ready to sign on anything. The box is now completely torn. It took me another 20 rupees to get it repacked. And when I finally boarded the taxi, only 35 minutes is remaining. I asked taxi driver politely, how long will it take to reach Egmont station? He replied something which I barely understood. I now realized even for yes also they say no by nodding head in both direction. I was touching my head every time I saw a temple en route, but later realized that it is better to keep hand permanently touched my forehead only. Hence I gave up. Was going at a decent speed. I saw Marine Beach. I knew this is the largest beach road, etc. etc. Taxi driver pulled up the car and the coolies gheraoed me. I started running with coolie. The train is from platform number 5 and my watch said just 3 minutes left. We both were running, but when we reached near the last compartment, the train flagged off. My long dream of missing train came true. A big loud cry came out from my throat. I was crying inconsolably and the coolie was very sympathetic. I gave him 5 rupees and he left without talking. Almost the whole sky has fallen on me. I am in a place where I do not know the language nor city and the train also has left. If I do not reach in the morning, God knows what will happen. The gods and goddess whom I was praying all along did not come to rescue, and I now started feeling very bitter of them. Why every time it has to happen with me? Why? Why me? I collected me and walked towards the information counter and gathered that just outside Egmont station, lot of Volvo buses fly to Trichy and I could catch anyone. I slowly started moving to that direction. It turned out to be a good arrangement. The buses are spacious, quite comfortable. Charanjit and Indrajit are the two young guys whom I met, and they were also going to Vel Trichy for some training. We developed good friendship. With my earlier experience of staying in Delhi, it was very familiar discussion topic. We finished our dinner and then bus rolled on. I first still remember that my first Tamil movie I saw in the bus, it was Poovidi Vasilile, and it was really good. People familiar with me may know at some later part of my life, I became fan of Tamil movies. Anyway, the continuous rocking of buses and whole day of tiredness helped me sleep into deep sleep. Next day morning around 9 am, the bus was at Trichy. Charanjit and Inder bade adieu as they had their car waiting for them, and for me a new project has just started. I need to tell the driver that I need to go to a village called Arialur, which is 76 km away from Trichy, and need a spacious car to keep the box. The car driver, as I understood, finally was more comfortable with me speaking in Bengali compared to my English and Tamil. An entire road he was talking, we were speaking in our own respective native languages, and it was a perfect arrangement. The driver was stopping in between and asking for direction. We saw Srirangam temple en route and continued. Maybe some 3 hours later, the car stopped in front of the cement plant gate and declared it would have to return from there. So I reached the security area and asked for Mr. Srinivasan, who was Deputy General Manager Maintenance. The security person connected him on intercom, and he asked me twice on phone if I am truly Suman Basu or a messenger. I did not realize the joke. He asked me to wait there as he was rushing to gate. I got scared. Normally, commissioning engineers get cold shoulder and not a VIP treatment. Possibly he must be coming for the materials which I am carrying. Mr. Srinivasan was a very tall, handsome Tamil Brahmin, got out of his car and shook hand. Then suddenly his tone changed. following with the conversation, and I am copying verbatim. Hey Suman, how have you come? Sir, by bus from Trichy and then a car. Why, sir? What? You do not know anything? No, sir. Really or joking? No, sir. Why shall I joke? He pulled out a newspaper, it was in Tamil, and continued. Last night, Rockfort Express has got massive accident and 179 people have died. And we have checked the passenger list and confirmed your name is also there. We have sent message to your office as well. Momentarily something happened with me as I was almost fainted and Srinivas caught me. Kept on talking though. Do you have phone in your house? In 1987 we had no phone in our house. Only phone in our locality was at house of Sheila auntie, and she used to be very disturbed if our external call used to come. I was sobbing while telling all above. He booked trunk call from his office, and on the other side of the line my father was crying. He just heard my death news from office. Srinivasan said, maybe Lord had very big plan for you. I was cursing God when I missed the train. I was thinking of spending additional 150 rupees for bus fare, but Lord had other plan. Srila Prabhupada on the morning walk in Tehran, August 12, 1976 has told in a lecture, our plan should be to accept Krishna's plan. That's all. Approved, authorized plan. That is very easy. Take any words of Krishna. It is very easy. And in Bhagavad Gita 4.11, God said, as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Hare Krishna. More such stories, 21 in total, will be available in my ensuing book, He Was Always There, and I invite you to read the book. It will be a good understanding of God's mercy on all of us. Hare Krishna.